Good morning, ladies. I'm Lauren Kidd. I am a business coach and content creation strategist for the Busy Mompreneur. I teach moms how to start, run, and grow six-figure online businesses, selling what they know online while being present in their kids' lives. That is the most important key, while being present in their kids' lives. So I am so excited that Nicole invited all of us to come and teach on her platform. How exciting! More people to teach to, more exposure. It's fantastic. When you jump on, say hi, good morning, give me a thumbs up, let me know you're here. I know that it's early, but I wanted to jump on now because I also know that Nicole scheduled me for teaching content creation. And I was totally going to do that until I got up this morning and realized I didn't want to teach you content creation because, while that is totally my thing, I am a content guru. Nicole will tell you I can sit down and knock out content for days. I really wasn't being called, good morning, Stacy. Nice to see you in here too. I wasn't really called, if you will, to teach you about content this morning. What I wanted to teach you was how to become a morning person, because as introverts, we're just kind of everywhere on our sleep schedule, on our socializing schedule. A lot of us are just like this. And you might be like, who are you to teach on becoming a morning person? I'm here to tell you that I am like hardcore nighttime work lady. Like, I would be up right now from last night if you were talking to me 6 months ago, because I get my best ideas at night. I am wide awake at night. I have been pretty much my entire life. I worked for FEMA. I've worked for the Department of Energy or Department of Defense. I've worked for private contracts for the government, and most of the time I worked at night, overnight, like 11 to 7. So I'm a night owl. It's just my nature. I always have been all through school, all through college. But here's the thing. When I decided to start my business, I started it at night after I put the baby to bed. And I would work and work and work and work and work. And then the baby would get up and I was exhausted. Now, some of you might not have kids, and that's cool. That's totally fine. Mornings are still a really good thing to have in your repertoire of habits, because it's quiet. There's nobody up. It is undevoted work time for you and your business or your hobbies or whatever it is that you want to do, that you need time to do. So I built my business on the foundation of I worked at night when the baby was sleeping, and that went well for the first year of my business. But here we are 2.5 years in, and that's not working because I need to sleep. So who am I to teach you how to become a morning person? I can say that since January of this year, I made it a point that I was going to get up and I was going to work and I was going to be productive. And we are sitting here on June 1st. I've been up since 4:30. And I get up at 4:30 or a little earlier. Usually I get up around 4 every morning now. And that means I have between 4:30 or 5 when I start my work day until the baby wakes up around 8. That's a lot of work time. Do I get a whole lot of work done? Not always. Sometimes I'm like, I really just want to sweep the floor because the baby's not up. So now you know why I'm qualified to teach you how to become a morning person. I've been doing it now for 6 months, and that might not seem like a lot, but for somebody who is like hardcore nighttime, that's huge. That is huge. So I want to give you 3 big tips today on how to become a morning person. It's just beneficial. It's not the right way or the wrong way or the only way to run a business. You can run a business anytime. I'm telling you, I've built my business on the back of nighttime work, and it's totally doable. But for moms particularly, which is the group of people that I work with, it's so much easier to be able to sleep at night because you're going to be running around like crazy when the kids get up. So I've got 3 tips for you for becoming a morning person. But first, coffee. Okay, so Tip number one, this is gonna be really annoying. If you're a night person, these are gonna be like, you're gonna be sitting here and you're gonna roll your eyes at me. I get it. I've listened to these be a morning person things before, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. So just kind of like catalog it in the back of your mind. And guys, when you jump on, say hi. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, let me know that you're here. Okay, so tip number one, go to bed early. Oh, how annoying is that saying for a nighttime person? It is so annoying. So annoying. Seriously though, go to bed early. If your bedtime is normally like 1 a.m., try going to bed at 12:30. And guys, this isn't going to be like an overnight switch. You're not just going to be like, I'm a morning person. That's not how it works. That is so not how it works. It takes like a month to get into this kind of a habit, sometimes a little longer. So go to bed early. Go to bed early. And I'm not talking about like your bedtime is at 1 and you start going to bed at 9. Just start backing off a little bit at a time. Make yourself go to bed a half hour early. And then the week later, go to bed a half hour earlier than that. And then the week later, go to bed a half hour earlier than that. I could stay up until close to 2, not working, just like up because I couldn't sleep because I was a night owl. That's just how it went. So I had to work myself back over time. I started in November trying to go to bed earlier because I knew come January 1st of this year, I wanted to be a morning person. One of those annoying people that you're just like, oh God, go to bed. Just turn off your alarm, go to sleep. I know. I wanted to be one of those people for the sake of my business was growing and it needed more attention. So go to bed earlier. Set your times back a little bit at a time. This is going to take time. This is not an overnight switch. This isn't even a 1-week switch. This is a progression of time, especially for you hardcore up all-nighters. I get it. So go to bed a half hour earlier each week until you're at like a 9 o'clock bedtime or 9:30. 10 o'clock I would say would be like the absolute latest for a really early morning person's bedtime. That way you're getting an adequate amount of sleep. If you go to bed at 10 and you're up at 5, there's at least 7 hours. I like to get 8. I am unconscious by 9 o'clock now. We put the baby to bed at 8. I am asleep by 9. I know, it sounds so horrible. It sounds so granny, but I tell you what, I feel so much more energized. I'm actually getting almost 8 hours of sleep. Sometimes I'm asleep by 8:30. I'm totally not going to lie. I have been asleep this week already by 8:30. 8:15 one of the evenings. I put the baby to bed and literally just went to bed. I just left the dishes in the sink and just went to bed because I was tired. Imagine that. I am a night owl. I was tired. And I got up at 4 o'clock the next morning and actually dove right into work. So number one tip, start going to bed earlier by setting your time back just a little bit at a time. Because it's not, like I said, not drastic, little bits at a time. Step number 2, set your alarm earlier. So if you would normally roll out of bed at say 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, I'm not judging. I've got kids. I don't have that opportunity to sleep that late. But if your normal wake up time is like 10 o'clock, set your alarm for 9:30. If your normal clock is 9 o'clock, set it for 8:30 and then back it up. Again, just like you go to bed a half hour earlier, start setting your alarm a half hour earlier in the morning and then start getting up. You don't have to be productive. You don't have to be productive right out of the gate. Please don't think I'm just like, you got to like hit the ground running. No. Right now we're just working on becoming a morning person. We're going to add routines at some point. But right now you just need to get up and feel alive. So set your alarm back a half hour. So it's all in increments to becoming this morning person. So you're going to set your alarm back to get up or to go to bed, and then you're going to set your alarm back to get up a little earlier. Guys, when you're jumping on, say hi. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Let me know you're here. Say good morning. I don't know how many of you all are morning people. I did not make an event for this because honestly, I had not decided when I was going to go live until just, 10 minutes ago. I also had other plans to teach on other things, as I already said, but this just was calling to me. I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, I'm wide awake. Oh my gosh, I already have 8 things off of my to-do list done. I'm like rock star in it. I'm like, how is this the person that I've become? And then I was like, oh my gosh, I have to talk to you guys. I just have to teach this today. So set your alarm back a half hour. And when your alarm goes off, if you're a snooze buttoner, I am a snooze buttoner. I'm a total snooze buttoner. So if I have to get up at 9:30, I'm going to set my alarm for 9 so that when my alarm goes off again at 9:30, that's my wake up time. I am a hardcore snooze buttoner. If you're not, oh, Malanta, I'm envious. Nicole is not a snooze buttoner. She will set one alarm and just be like, I'm up. I'm like, I hate you. And she's my best bestie, so I still can hate her. I'm allowed to. So there's a little trick. If you want to get up at say 4, set your alarm for 3:30. My husband hates it, but I get up. So it's a win-win for me. And then my third tip for becoming this morning person would be, once you do start getting up, you do need to kind of have some kind of a routine. And I'm not talking about like you get up and you immediately like dive into something. No, because you're going to get like really tired and really resentful. What I'm talking about is, so for me, I get up, I turn off my alarm, and then I make my bed. My husband is out of bed by the time I get up because he goes to work. He's already gone. He leaves at like 5:30. So I get up and then I make our bed. He must have sat down in bed because I can see it in the corner. It's the sides ruffled. So, but I make my bed. My first thing is I make my bed in the morning, and then I use the bathroom, brush my teeth, and then I'm good. That is my morning routine. I have to brush my teeth before I can leave my bedroom. I don't know why. I just have to. And then I come out here and I either make coffee, or sometimes my husband has coffee made for me. Pour my coffee, sip like half of it. I'm on my second cup already, so don't judge. Sip like half of it, have a little chat with him, and then I sit down. And then I look at my to-do list. If I need to add anything to it, I do it at that moment. So today I added like 3 things to my to-do list because I normally make my to-do list the night before so that I know when I sit down to work, I know what I'm working on. So if I need to add anything, say if I thought of anything overnight or I thought of anything while I was making coffee, I can add it to my list. So before I even start work, I make adjustments to my to-do list. And then I pick from my to-do list what the big thing that needs to be accomplished, and I do that first. It's called Eating the Frog. And if you haven't read Brian Tracy's Eating the Frog, you totally should. It's a great book. Annoying, because again, it talks about being a morning person, but it talks about doing the big projects that you really just don't want to do first so that they're out of the way, and then you can do all the piddly little things later. So create a routine that works for you. If you're not a coffee person, maybe you make yourself a cup of tea. If you don't like to brush your teeth until after you had coffee, don't brush your teeth until after you finished your cup of coffee. If you don't like to do anything while you have your coffee, don't do anything. Sit on the sofa, read a book if that's your thing. Get up, read a book. I did start out, when I started my mornings, I did start out my personal development in the mornings, but then I realized that as I was reading, I was still sitting in bed, or I was still sitting on the sofa, and I was comfortable and I was relaxed, and it didn't help wake me up. So me personally, I can't read a book first thing in the morning because I'm just like, I just want to go back to sleep. And that's not good because it doesn't help me become a morning person. But if you're the type of person who's like, I just want quiet time to read, then read. You're going to find out what works for you in your morning routine. For me, I got to brush my teeth, I got to have my coffee, and then I got to sit down and adjust my to-do list. Another thing that I do not do, and I don't let my clients who I work with do it either, is when they get up and they start work, they're not allowed to get on social media unless they have a live video to do. But most people aren't doing live videos at 6 o'clock in the morning. Don't get on social media. If you are trying to get up and become a morning person in an effort to work, stay off social media because you are going to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And nothing's going to get done. And an hour and a half later, you're going to be like, oh my God, the kids are almost up and I don't have any of my stuff crossed off and I just, And then you're going to be like, what's the point of getting up in the morning if I don't get anything done? And then you're going to be resentful and then you're just going to go back to sleeping in the morning. Stay off social media. Biggest part of becoming this morning person. Don't get in your emails either unless you specifically have to talk to somebody if it's a one-on-one client. I have 4 emails that I have to get to this morning After I'm done this, I answered 12 emails this morning because I have clients who actually are waiting for responses. So for me, I had to do that, but I'm not going through and deleting emails or reading like friendly emails. There's an email in there from one of my friends. I'm not reading that one. It has nothing to do with work. And then I'll go down a spirally rabbit hole of, oh, I just want to chat. Can't do that. Focused. Make sure part of your routine is something that helps you focus on something. That way you can be productive. So that's it. That's all I've got for you. It's hard. I'm not going to tell you that it's easy. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, it's so easy to be a morning person. I feel 6 months in, I feel very different than I did in January. In January, had you asked me about being a morning person, I'd been like, it's horrible. It's the worst thing in the world. I hate it. Because it did. I absolutely did. And I probably wouldn't have told you that I enjoyed getting up in the mornings until March. So 2 months in, it took me to actually really enjoy being up. I do enjoy being up because my husband is gone, the baby is asleep, the house is quiet, and I can get so much done. So much done. Work or home related. I've prepped meals in the morning. I've gotten meals ready for the day. I've baked cookies in the morning. I have done my workouts in the morning. I've gone for runs in the morning. I could do anything I want. I have like 4 undivided hours of me time. And if you're a mom, you know that that is super rare. I am very blessed that my kid sleeps till almost 8. So I do get those 4 hours. I know that that probably will not last forever. But for now, I personally have 4 hours to do whatever. And for me, I run my business in those 4 hours. I also take another 2 hours of nap time and run my business. So right now, I get 6 hours of work time throughout my day. Again, nap time is not going to be a for everything. But for now, my morning routine and my nap time routine are really, really helping. But like I said, guys, I was going to come on here and teach you about content because it's kind of my jam. But I was really just called to talk to you guys about morning routines. And especially as an introvert, mornings are really important to me at this point because throughout the day, everybody needs something. Everybody's awake. Everybody's like, hey, I need this, I need this, I need this. And you're just like, oh, is there no time for me? And then you go out throughout your day, and then bedtime comes, and you're just like, I won't say most. A lot of introverts are nighttime people because nighttime, everybody's asleep, and they can't be bothered, and they can decompress, and they can be themselves. You can do the same thing in the morning, but I promise you're going to get more done in the morning than what you will at night. One, because if you have to respond to, say, your clients, or you have to respond to social media posts, or you have to respond to whatever, the people who you're responding to are going to get back to you within a couple of hours. Versus if you're responding to them at night, you're going to have to wait all day or all evening into the next morning to wait for a response. So there's a likelihood of people responding better or quicker to you in the mornings too. So as far as business goes, do you have to be a morning person? No. You can absolutely run a business as a night owl, but I promise you, as an introvert in business, it is really, really, really helpful to become a morning person. I know, it's terrible. It is so terrible, but it's true. It's true. It's not going to be easy. Like anything, like the saying goes, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Look at me. I'm sitting here and I'm proof of it. And I couldn't have said that 6 months ago. So it takes time. Allow yourself time. Allow yourself it's okay to, sleep through your alarm once in a while. If you just want to schedule yourself, and I do, schedule yourself days where you sleep in. Like tomorrow is going to be a sleep in day. Tomorrow is Saturday. Tomorrow I am not scheduling myself any big projects. Tomorrow I am going to sleep until the baby wakes up, and it is going to be glorious. So I still allow myself those freedoms. But the rest of the week, I am an early morning person. Annoying, I know, right? Especially if you're a night owl. I get it. I totally get it. You're just like, another person telling me I should wake up in the morning. I get it. But just let it kind of resonate. Just a little bit. Because I'm telling you, I've been there. I know. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed those tips. I have something super, super exciting for you too, because you made it this far. I have launched the Innovative Mastermind. So what is that? If you're in a stagnant daily motion that's keeping you blah in no direction in your business, if you've like this limited mindset and you don't exactly know how to take your business to the next level, or you're in an income slump, or all you hear is no thank you, not today, maybe later, you know, that rut, the roadblocks that just keep you from up leveling your business. Well, I want to help you break through that. So I actually kind of felt this way in my first year of business when I was coaching and getting it going, but I was like at the beginning of 2016, I was a mom, I was a new mom, I was terrified, I was making $2.13 an hour as a waitress, and I didn't always get tipped, so sometimes I had to pay to wait on the table, which was really annoying, and I knew that my business was slowly taking off, but I really needed to dive in, so I felt overwhelmed, I felt like I was in a rut, but now I've worked with some coaches. I've jumped into masterminds, which are so amazing. They're truly amazing. Not that I'm trying to like be like, hey, you got to get this, otherwise you're going to fail. No, but masterminds are so amazing because you get that one-on-one with coaches that kind of goes beyond the one-on-one coaching. One-on-one coaching, there's nothing that can replace it. But masterminds are great because not only is it you and the coach, but it's you and other people at the same level that you're at to help you get past that. So right now, normally the Innovative Mastermind is going to be $47 a month, but right now through June 22nd, it is going to be $27 a month. That's it, $27 a month. And if you jump on now, you are locked in at that founding price of $27 a month. There's also a pay in full option that is much, much cheaper, $297 a year for the whole year. And if you jump in on the founder's price, that is your price forever. This is going to be $497 for the year and $47 a month when the price goes up. So what do you get? Okay, what do you get? Shut up, Lauren. What do you get? You get monthly live trainings in a super secret Facebook group where we dive into a topic each month, like deep down a rabbit hole. So you think today was kind of good tips? I would dive really far into exactly how to do this process. You get a monthly Q&A session with me live in the Facebook group. You can ask anything that you are desiring, anything, as if you were just one-on-one coaching with me, you can ask. I will put out times. We will see what works for you and everybody else in the group. And then we are going to dive into those questions. You're going to have access to me, full access to me, Monday through Friday to ask questions, to help keep you motivated, get inspired. You're going to have all access to all previous lessons and Q&As and any content that is in the group. So the longer you're in the group, the more content that you get. Guys, that's exciting. And you're also going to get discounts on any product that I ever put out. So like my content creation, my Mompreneurs Content Creation Academy, that is $497. You get a discount on it. You get a big discount on it. So again, the link is up there. I'm actually going to drop it in the comments below too. And there it is. For those who sign up by the 22nd. For those who pay in full by the 22nd, you are going to get a special big bonus. You're going to get access to my 100 Days of Content worksheet, which is my most popular workbook. It is a $97 product. It's going to be absolutely free for you. And for those of you who sign up in full for the first year, you're going to get a five days one-on-one coaching session with me, which is $297 normally. So for free. So for the $297 for the full year of the mastermind, you're going to get a full year of teaching. You're also going to get 5 days one-on-one, all for the price of my one-on-one coaching. That's it, guys. That's it. So don't hesitate. Don't wait. Check it out. The link is there. I'm going to pin the comment. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any questions about becoming a morning person, as annoying as that sounds, leave them below. I'll come back in throughout the day to check on you. Other than that, I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye.